Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Snokus, and this is a Kickstarter spotlight. Today we're gonna take a look at a game called Lute Hero. It's currently in its late stages of the Kickstarter campaign, and I'm gonna leave a link to it in the doobly-doo. Anyway, this game is kind of a mix between a simplistic guitar hero and a bit of an RPG, I think. The game is in its pretty early stages. Anyway. In the beginning you get to create a character. I'm gonna create a female with red hair, blue shirt and green skirt. I don't know why, you can actually turn them as well, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway, we're gonna jump right into it. So in here you begin in your little cabin or whatever. You have a chest with some money, which you're gonna use to buy a lute and some strings. You get a letter from your mom and a key. Wonder if we can sell that key. Anyway, so we got a journal, which is basically quests that you can imagine. They want us to read the letter, so let's do that. She basically says that the money is to buy a lute, and then we get a new quest, which is buy a lute. And so, yeah, and this is the world. So right now it looks quite nice, and the background music is quite nice as well. This is a gang that we're gonna encounter later. We're gonna duel them in the duel mechanic. Anyway, over here is the store, or the shop, in which we're going to buy. We can't sell. I want to sell a key. Oh well. You can buy a mother's letter. So we're gonna buy the only loot we can, which is a mahogany loot. And then we're gonna buy some strings and complete the quest there. We're gonna buy a handbook so we can be taught how to play. And we're just gonna finish the quest over there. So we actually have to equip the lute and the strings. So let's read the handbook. The handbook says playing the lute, basic for beginners. To play the notes of a piece, strum the notes as they fall down on the strings on the fretboard. When the notes hit the area on the fretboard, hold down the fret key, Z, X, C, V, B. And as of right now, you can't rebind these keys. I'm hoping and I'm guessing that you will be able to in the future, as that would be quite nice. But as of right now, it's these 5 keys you have to use, and then you press up and down to strum the keys to play the note. I mean. Notes that glow white are hammer-ons and pull-offs. You don't need to strum them as long as you hit the note before it. So that's a bit of an advanced mechanic here. It's not a lot, but it's something. And build up a streak of notes to increase your score multiplier. The higher you score, the more gold and adoration you earn. And the more adoration means bigger crowd and more gold. Pretty self-explanatory so far, and nothing really new as of yet. And this simply says where we're supposed to go. Let's talk to her, see what she has to say. Oh, we can open our inventory. Okay, thank you. So let's go in there. There's a lot of folks over here, and they say good luck up there. Thank you. So then you talk to this lady, and then you can choose which song to play in this tavern and earn some cash. As you can see, there's only these 5 to choose from. You can't pick any of the other chapters right now. I'm guessing they're going to open up in the full game. You can also see your high score in each individual song. So I'm gonna play an easy song right now, and I have to warn you, I'm not good at this. I'm not great at this. I'm a beginner at this. I've played some just to get to know the game, but it's quite hard. Anyway, here it comes. Yeah, I warned you. So this is actually going quite alright, but I'm gonna play a hard song after this, just to show how ridiculously hard it can get. And as you can see, it's pretty much a simplistic Guitar Hero, I don't want to say clone, but inspired game. But what makes it a bit different is the RPG aspect of it, and the whole overworld. As I understand it, you're going to be able to move between different cities and play and duel and so on. And yeah, the duel mechanics also quite interesting. We're gonna get to that in just a second. Anyway, this is going quite well, and after this I'm going to get some gold and I'm going to get some adoration from the crowd, and then the future plays I do gonna give me even more gold, and so on. So we completed the quest and got 37 gold and free adoration, so that's great. So now we're gonna play a hard song, so let's play the El Grijo of Josco in the Press, and yeah, let's go. Yeah, I warned you, didn't I? It's really hard, so I'm not going to finish that, but at least you know, the difficulty isn't all easy going. So that shows, or should show, that there's actually some depth and some skill to be earned here, to be acquired if you want to spend the time doing it. This is our high score right now. They're save specific, so they aren't saved over, they aren't kept over the saves. Anyway, so yeah, there's a clock mechanic as well, or a time mechanic. I don't know what that does as of yet, except change light and day. So it's a night and day cycle in it. But anyway, now we're gonna play these guys in a duel. So let's just check the instruction first. So, introduction to dueling in Lute Hero. As a bard, you have a number of solos in your repertoire. Each solo has a different effect on your enemies. The effectiveness of your solos usually depends on the musical quality of your equipment. It also depends on how many notes in the solo you hit. A solo cannot do much in only a few notes in it. A few notes in it are hits. Right, sorry. So, complete the least complete feature of the demo, expect heavy changes and balancing to come. And honestly, that sentence should be applied to all of this demo. It is a demo after all, an early access demo. It's still in Kickstarter, for crying out loud, I mean. So, but yeah, anyway, I'm gonna duel this guy now. Or these guys, rather. So you got different attacks, and these are basically different songs that you're gonna have to play. So this one deals 14 damage, 50%, and there's no cooldown on it. This one does double that, but there's one turn's cooldown on it. And then we have the sleep song, which put an enemy to sleep for 3 turns. So we're gonna use that to begin with. Fucked that up a bit, but the attack succeeded anyways. You can see the guy is asleep. And now they're gonna play a song each, and do attacks on me. And I don't know about you, but I actually kind of like the songs. I find them quite intriguing, and the game, there's not a lot to it yet, but what is there I think is interesting enough. Sorry, I had to play there. 107%, we didn't do any damage. Well, that happens, I suppose. But this is pretty much all of the game. So I'm just gonna see if I missed anything. Yeah, I had an idea when I played through this, and that is, as you can see, all of the keys when playing. I'm gonna see if I can talk and play at the same time here. All of the keys are brown, all of the notes when they go on. And I only had one loot. I haven't gotten any other loots, so this might be loot specific. I love this song. Well, because this is the mahogany loot, and maybe that's why the notes are brown. Maybe not. Maybe the ebony loot, everything is black in. But I would like to see some color scheme. Maybe some blue, red, green notes to differentiate when you play, because it's kind of hard when you play to differentiate. Kind of like Guitar Hero does it, how different lanes have different color and so on. Something there. It's a bit boring looking at just at this, at the brown notes flowing down on the gray background, and yeah, it's a bit boring and a bit hard to differentiate. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say. This is not a review after all, and it's kind of hard to say how the whole of the game is gonna be. But it's interesting and it's promising, I think. And I think I'm gonna support it on Kickstarter, and hopefully some of you will as well. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the campaign. And so yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Please like and or subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Yeah, see you later. Bye.